Hello everyone. Today is August 10th and it's a beautiful fall morning, nice and crisp as I like. And I wanted to take some time. I've been actually trying to make time to talk about integrity. This is, if you've been to my website and seen anything I've written on my blog, or you've seen some of the other stuff I post and comment on Facebook, integrity is really important to me. It is something that I think is a critical element of society and of really making and building a society up and making it a strong community. Whether it's a small town or just a county or even a larger city, people with integrity and values can really help make that a powerful place, and a place where people want to live, because you get to know each other and you get to know and understand the things that each other values. One of the things that my wife and I really enjoy about the community we live in is that it has a small town feel to it. It's located near several larger cities, and the county we're in is of considerable size. However, it's not a big city, and it doesn't feel like it. There are some, minuses and whatnot in regards to that in some ways. However, overall, we continue to meet people who are great people, who love our nation, who love the state we live in, and really value other people for the things that they can bring to the table. When I was younger, I heard a story told by a man named Sheldon F. And he was a young boy when he was given a task that he was afraid to complete. And let me go ahead and read you what he said. He said, "I was raised on a small farm in northern Utah. We were blessed to have enough land, not enough to make a living, but enough to make work for a young boy. My parents were good, hardworking, industrious people. In order to make ends meet, my father took outside employment. Each morning before he left for work, he would make a list of chores he wanted me to accomplish before he came home that evening. I remember on one occasion, one of the items on the list was to take a small broken part from our hay rake to the blacksmith shop to have it repaired. I was uncomfortable about going. My father hadn't left any money, and I wondered what I should do. I put off going as long as I could. When all of my other chores were finished, I knew I couldn't avoid it any longer. My father expected the broken part to be repaired when he came home, and it was my responsibility to see that it was done. I still remember walking the mile or so to the blacksmith shop. I even remember how uncomfortable I was as I watched him weld the part. As he finished, I nervously told him that I had no money. My father would pay him later. I am sure he sensed my anxiety. He patted me on the shoulder and said, 'Son, don't worry. Your father's word is as good as his bond.' I remember running all the way home, relieved that the part had been repaired and grateful that my father was known as a man whose word was as good as his bond." This impressed me as a younger man. I think it was actually a teenager. That people could trust each other enough and have enough confidence and faith in one another's word that they would do work for money and wait for payment. my dad was a great guy, and he taught me a lot about work, and he taught me a lot about integrity, in part by the man he was, and in part because he also led me to other mentors that would help me to learn about integrity and keeping commitments. His life has been an example to me in so many ways that I'm grateful for him. My dad wasn't perfect. And in some ways he let us know that. There were times when he didn't, which was confusing for me as a kid. But he was a great dad. And I remember once as a child thinking that I had the coolest dad in the whole world. And then I look forward to growing up to be a dad too because of him. And I'm thankful, because he showed me how to be a man. And he also taught me how important it was to have the type of integrity and trust and character that people could trust me, and they could rely upon me when I say that I would get something done. I hope you guys go out and make it a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got value out of it, I would appreciate if you like and share it with others. Be a person of integrity. Make your word as good as your bond, and you will see your circles of trust change. And you will see those who will have confidence in you and in your abilities surround you and support you when you choose to take on certain tasks and challenges. Thanks. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.